Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing, o'er the plains and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strain. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Good glorious morning, 6th graders. Today we have lesson 1 in our brand new 609 second to last language arts book of the year. I guarantee it, you guys are extremely excited about that. We have only 2 more books in 6th grade, and that's awesome. All right, lesson 1 is, I'm not going to be too long on the video because it is a review lesson. We have learned about this already. They're just going over it again, making sure we have a firm foundation with our adverb phrases. Let's go ahead and let's read our first 2 paragraphs in our lesson for today. Prepositional phrases that modify verbs are called, correct, adverb phrases. They answer the questions how, when, where, and why. Same as an adverb, right? They answer the questions how, when, where, and why. Adverb phrases can come anywhere in a sentence, beginning, end, or immediately after the verbs they modify. If you are not sure whether a phrase is an adverb phrase, read it with the verb. If it makes sense, it is an adverb phrase modifying that verb, all right? So you can just go ahead and look up here on the board. I have both of those example sentences up here. First one is, Jacob sat on the ground and threw his line into the water, right? So the first thing we can do is we'll look at our prepositional phrases within our sentence, which is on the ground and into the water. So we could get our verb. So we could get our verb that we think our adverb phrase is modifying, and we could say it together. So we could say sat on the ground. That makes sense, right? So that means that our prepositional phrase is going to be describing our verb sat. So this would be an adverb phrase. And threw his line into the water. So what verb do you think that this prepositional phrase could be modifying? Through is our verb. So what if we'd say our verb and our prepositional phrase together? What if we'd say threw into the water? Does that make sense? Yeah, it makes sense, right? So we know that our prepositional phrase is modifying this verb, and that this is an adverb phrase because it answers the questions where. Where did he throw it? He threw it into the water. Where did he sit? He sat on the ground, all right? The last sentence says, above the store, a hot air balloon hovered gracefully. All right, so we could put this around here, our prepositional phrase. Above the store, a hot air balloon hovered gracefully. So what would be our verb in our sentence here? Maybe a little bit. A hot air balloon hovered gracefully, right? It'd be hovered. Here's our verb. So what if we'd say hovered above the store? It hovered above the store. Does that make sense? Yeah, it makes sense, right? It hovered above the store. So we know that this prepositional phrase is our adverb phrase. Also answers the question where. It hovered above the store, all right? So you can go through numbers 1 through 5. You're going to be doing the same thing I did up here on the board. You're putting parentheses around your prepositional phrase, and then you're drawing an arrow to the word it modifies, all right? And we have another part about diagramming adverb phrases. Remember, our adverb phrases always go underneath the word they're modifying, right? So if we have this one right here, above the store, a hot air balloon hovered gracefully. So let's get our subject down, which is balloon. Balloon. So then these are all describing a hot air. A hot air. And then it hovered, right? It hovered. Where did it hover? above the store, right? So we put our adverb phrase over here, above the store. And how did it hover? It hovered gracefully, all right? So we have an adverb that answers the question how it hovered gracefully. And then we have an adverb phrase that answers the question where it hovered, all right? Hovered above the store. Hopefully that was explained well enough for you guys. You have 7 and 8 on the next page yet to diagram, as well as 6. Your spelling words for this section are words that end in ants and ants, 2 different ways, either in A-N-C-E or E-N-C-E. So go ahead and make sure you read over those. If you're not sure, I'm just gonna appearance, experience, acquaintance, residence, substance, annoyance, circumference, presence, influence, assurance, innocence, preference, allowance, guidance, audience, assistance, reverence, performance, intelligence, and patience, all right? And then you guys are supposed to match the correct meaning in your spelling section, all right? Hopefully you guys have a awesome day, and I will see you guys later.